Psychosis, A Monster Within. Written and performed by Amy Watson. Vocals by Amy Watson. This is a Wicked Young Writers Award entry and part of my college project.
Most of the time, I feel fear. I feel the fear coursing through the psyche of my personality, tearing away everything that is good about it. Because I know it's there. The very essence of the monster that seeps through the gaps of the brain cells of my mind, filling up the holes with nothing but negativity. I call it a he, for the voice is the vocal of a man. He won't stop telling me all the possibilities and worries that will succumb to my psyche, corrupting its positive force, engulfing it with darkness, nothing but darkness. One night, he confronted my inner conscience by communicating me through my thoughts. Psychosis, I whispered, as I sat in the corner of my quiet solitude room. What is your wonder now? He answered in a low, scary and echoing voice, as if it was backed up by a menacing force.
Nothing tonight. For you have no worries at the moment which I can consume.
Why do you do this to me? Why do you torture me? Mess with my mind, all of it! I could see the image of him through my eyes. They felt cold and frozen, as if they were turned to stone by fear and frightfulness. This was a connection to the term scared stiff. Psychosis sniggered. I could see his full form, a hooded white figure like that of death, with hands in the shape of nails of all sorts, pointy fingernails.
You are a funny one, my dear. I must admit, you are very easy to control, since, you know, that's my job.
Why can't you just leave me and others alone? You know, the other people in the world that you told frightened? I questioned in a cowardly tone.
That what makes me laugh the most, my dear. You don't know anything true about me.
Psychosis raced from the ground and flew up to the top of my room, like a ghost of Christmas past of some sort.
Are you afraid of me?
Yes, most of the time, yes. I answered with a feeling of like I was being possessed by his forces, as if I was to answer him correctly. I felt on edge, the fear and anxiety crawling up my spine like horrifying caterpillars with pointed legs were digging into the feet of the bone. Just please get out of my head right now! I screamed. Suddenly, my vision went pitch black. I was having a blackout moment. I collapsed to the ground. The last thing I heard from him was, Anna, are you alright? It was the voice of my brother.
Anna,
My eyes sprung open. I gasped in complete horror. Philip? Is that you? Yes, it's me, sis. I think you had another encounter with your psychosis. I knew deep down he was right. I didn't want to worry him like he already is, so I fibbed. No, brother. It wasn't psychosis at all. I just fell asleep reading my favorite book. You know how deep I can get when reading exciting content. Philip frowned. He didn't like being taken for a fool. He knew I was hiding something, but like I mentioned, I dared to worry him. Well, okay. Just please don't let anything like this happen again. You had my hair frozen on edge when I found you. I'm sorry. I promise. I won't let anything like this happen again. I promise. Philip gave me a slight smile, and then closed the door to proceed downstairs. I looked through the keyhole of my door, just to make sure he was going downstairs, and he wasn't fibbing at all. I then turned my back against the door and slumped to the ground. What is happening to me? Days, even weeks passed since the encounter. I could vividly remember everything about it. It feels like a blur. A nightmare. Philip was still suspicious. He couldn't get the thought of finding me passed out on the floor in my room. I was genuinely sorry for what I had done to him. I still am. One morning, whilst Mum and Dad were preparing fried egg and bacon for breakfast, I sat down on my seat. But something was happening. I looked at my juice cup, and for a quick, sharp moment, I could see the glass shattering before my eyes. But of course no one else could see it. And the rest of the story, my friends, is another story.